Now we're going to begin the new Shir.
A Yid has a Mun. A Mun is an experience of the Neshama. And there's automatically, if the Neshama is revealed, it gives you Simcha, it gives you clarity. But the Iker, additional dimensions, when you think about Ach Hashem, we develop a Munah. A Munah means a real connection to Hashem, L'mayla Mitam V'das, that comes from the Neshama, and it's our Chelik, it's our Goyl, it's our Yerusha, that we have this connectedness. Says the Rebbe, there's a double joy. There's your joy, and then there's the Eivish's joy. Oid Zoy, Yismach B'Kiflayim. A Yid should be happy for a second reason. And what is that? B'Simchas Hashem. The Eivishter is Sameach. V'geidel nachas ruach lefanav yizbarach. The nachas that Hashem gets, b'yamunazu in this faith. Because from Hashem's point of view, what does it mean that a Jew believes? It means that Hashem has been invited into Elam Hazeh Hagashmi v'Achumri. And this gives Eivishter the greatest nachas. When you fill your mind with God, first of all, intellectually, and second of all, the joy and the faith that it brings about, this gives the greatest nachas. Because in this exercise of limud and his bondless nesimcha which it brings, there is a significant aspect of this skafis et racham mamish, you're bending klipa mamish. V'tzhapach and transforming chashechel in the head, the darkness into light. Shehu, which is in other words, that chayshech, ha-klipis, sheb-elam, hazeh, ha-chumri, the darkness of the klipis of this crude and base world, that by themselves are ha-machshichim, they make black, u'mechasim, and they cover over all areas, barach, light of Hashem, ades gets till the end of time when Hashem removes darkness. Meshakos, as the Pasuk says, Kate Sam Lachaysh, Hashem will give an end to dark. Parenthesis, the Hainu, this means Kate HaYomin, the end of Yomin. Sheyaveru Chatum, Hashem is going to remove the spirit of uncleanness from us in the land, and at that point, the Nigluk Vaydavai, the glory of Hashem is going to be revealed. Everyone will see godliness. Meshakos of Lakama, and I suspect that Lakama means Seif Perek Lamed Vav, but I could be wrong. But the Lashon Kate HaYomin is interesting because it should really be Kate HaYomim, the end of days, because Kate HaYomin means the end of the Eibishter's Chesed. That's what Kate HaYomin means. But at the end of Daniel, it's discussed in the Mefarshim, Kate HaYomin and Kate HaYomim. He says Kate HaYomin, but he means Yomim, the end of days. But it's not for us. That when Mashiach comes, Hashem is going to transform darkness into light. Ubefrat, especially outside of Eretz Yisrael. Shaviram Tamei, that the land, the Gemara says, Gazu al Avira val Gusha, the earth of Chutz La'aretz is Tamei midrabanan. The air of Chutz La'aretz is Tamei midrabanan. Umalek klipa v'seterach, it's filled with klipa and seterachara. And this Yid is making in Chutz La'aretz, in America, his mind and therefore his soul, a host for Hashem, it gives the Eibishter made in the Kesimch. So you should rejoice not just in your own personal joy. Hey, I'm alive. I'm connected to the real thing. It gives the Eibishter nachas as well. There's nothing that gives Hashem greater joy as Ke'er of a Simcha, as the light and the joy, in this struggle, that in this dark world, in Chutz La'aretz, we do is abundance and avas and achdas Hashem, and develop a munah, it gives the Eibishter the greatest Simcha. And he continues, V'zeu shekosav, and the Alter Rebbe quotes the 12 psukim. He took it from the 12 psukim. He went Lamaila, and he found the booklet called Yud Beit Sukkah Marach Hazal, and he copied from there this shtickler, that Yismach Yisrael Be'esav, that a Yid rejoices in his Creator. Esav means the Eibishter. We have Simcha in the Eibishter Simcha. Now, there's two psukim. There's Misach Hashem B'Maisav. Hashem has joy in us, and the Yismach Yisrael Be'esav, we joy in the Eibishter. There's a small problem. How many creators do we have? It should say Yismach Yisrael Be'oisoi. Be'oisav are creators. It sounds like a big problem. Pirush, this means that Shekol Mishum is at Yisrael. You're a Jewish person. In other words, you have a Pintaliyid, you have a Yiddish neshama. That because of your Pintaliyid and because of Yiddish neshama, you have this Chayla, Geil, and Yerusha that you could be Ishbezichan Legavura, you can make a dinner with Achtainim by filling your mind with Alakus. Yesh L'Smeach, you should have joy, not just in the fact that you filled your brain and your soul with the Eibishter, but B'Simchas Hashem. You should be happy that the Eibishter is happy. That's the Simcha Kfula. Asher saws that he's gladdened v'sameach and he's happy b'dirasei b'tachteinim in his home in the lowest realm. Shehem, what is the lowest realm? B'chinas asiyah gashmi, it's mamish. This physical world of action. Now remember, what's the tachten of Perek Lamed Gimel? The brain and the neshama of a Yid, not his hands, not his feet, not his shirt, not his pants, not even his chalki be'elah. And that's considered tachteinim. And in Lamed Vav, tachteinim means our gashmi is the kinyan. You should say Yismach Yisrael B'Oisov. That was because of Beisav Lashon Rabim. Why does it say it's creators in plural? Explains the Rebbe because it means not the Eibishter as he is by himself, but the Eibishter as he is in the world. Hashem is one. The world is disparate. The world is split. If we would see God in the world, we would see that the world is one. Before we reveal God in the world seems split into many different things, because that's the difference between Elokus and Nivroim. Kedusha and Klippa. Kedusha is one, Klippa is many. When you look at the world, you see many. When you do His Bodnus Nachtas Hashem, you reveal how the many is one. So Yismach Yisrael, the Jews are rejoicing by Isav. How the godliness, which looks split, is unified through your Rizbananus. Shuelam Haza Agashmi, the physical world is, which is Molek Klippa, Molek Klippa V'Seter is full of Klippa V'Seter Achra. Shnikr Shazarab Matur, the Prud is called the public domain, the opposite of Echad, and the mountains of separateness. And their transformation into light through this Bodnus and the Gilead Eid and Neshama of the Yid, many become one, the Yichudi Yizbach, the union of Hashem, Be'emunazu, in the revelation of the Neshama, which is this Emunah. So what's the message? The message is that Yismach Yisrael Be'esa, there's a world which is many. The pneumatic of this many is the Eibishter. Why do we call it Eizav Lashei Rabin? Because as long as Hashem is hidden, this is Eibishter, this is separate Eibishter, this is separate Eibishter. And the avoid of Yid is to reveal the Eibishter so that the many becomes one. So there's Simcha Kfula, your joy, and then there's the joy, the Eibishter's joy. What's Umuchu Palace? That Hashem also has a double joy. He rejoices in your joy and He rejoices in His own joy. I believe this is the heart of the Rebbe. You have a double joy, your own joy and the joy of the Eibishter, and Kvayachal Umuchu Palace, the Eibishter also has a double joy.